Romit was a top ARDC midget driver who entered 3 IndyCar races in 1960 and 1961, but failed to qualify for each of them. Here he sits in his midget. Moss is often considered to be one of the greatest Formula One drivers to never win a world championship, as he finished second in the 1955, 1956, 1957, and 1958 standings. In 66 starts from 1951 to 1961, Moss won 16 races, including the Monaco Grand Prix in 1956, 1960, and 1961, the Italian Grand Prix in 1957, 1959, and 1961, the British Grand Prix in 1955 and 1957, the 1960 United States Grand Prix and the 1961 German Grand Prix. He also won the 1954 12 Hours at Sebring and the 1955 Mille Miglia. Moss's national championship career consisted of competing in the exhibition race of 2 Worlds at Monza in 1958, finishing 4th, 5th, and 9th in the 3 heats, after suffering a violent crash at the 1962 Glover Trophy at Goodwood that left him in a coma for 1 month and the left side of his body paralyzed for 6 months. Moss retired from racing, although he did make various one-off appearances at races through the 1980s. Here he is at Monza in 1958. Yarbrough was a top NASCAR driver. In a Cup Series career that lasted from 1960 to 1973, he won 14 races, including the Daytona 500, World 600, and Southern 500 in 1969. Yarbrough also raced IndyCars from 1966 to 1971, starting 5 races and getting a best finish of 3rd at Trenton in 1971. As manufacturers withdrew factory support from NASCAR in the early 1970s, he retired from racing. Yarbrough suffered from brain trauma following a pair of crashes during a NASCAR test at Texas World Speedway in 1970 and during practice for the 1971 Indianapolis 500. In 1980, he attempted to strangle his mother to death and was committed to Florida State Hospital, where he died following a seizure and fall in 1984. Here he is at Indianapolis in 1969, where he started 8th but finished 23rd due to a split header after 65 laps.